Okay, guys and girls, just a quick video. Got that paneling, the rest of the paneling up last night as far as I'm going to go to the corner where I'm going to put in the fireplace. So that looks like this. All the receptacles are wired up. Brand new outlets, cable receptacles wired up. I got some holes there in the wall that I got to fill up with insulation and then cover with tape. What I've been working on this morning, I really didn't want to work on anything. I wanted to start moving because the weather's finally turned and it's warm out today. But as I sat here in my chair and I was looking at things, I'm like, you know, if I do start on that, I'm wrapping my way around the wall. If I start on that corner for the fireplace, I really need to do some more electrical work to make that happen. So I'm trying to get the outlets out of the heat zone where the fireplace is going to be. The back of the fireplace, the wall is going to be covered with cement board and possibly cultured stone. And there just happen to be two receptacles right smack dab where that's all going to go. So if you can see that one down there near the floor, that was where the cable used to be. So I moved that over. And then right over there, that far left one, that was actually an outlet. And so the plan is let's get a pointer here. The plan is this line right here down to the floor, this whole corner wall is going to be stone, and this corner is going to be stone. The hearth for the fireplace, I kind of had it roughed out, is going to be a weird shape. It's not going to be, everybody probably thinks it should be a triangle, but the reason I'm doing it this way is because I want to maximize the amount of hearth that's coming out. Maximize the amount of hearth that's coming out to protect the floor from embers and stuff. It's a wood burning fireplace, a little one, mind you. You know, basically just a campfire, but still. So if you see how I got that laid out, that square, that's kind of how the hearth's going to be. I'm not going to have it come to a peak like that because sharp edges are not a good thing. So I'll put this there. So I'm going to put like a 45 right there, like where that board is. So I think that'll work out perfect. But as you can see, the receptacle here, that's right in the stone zone. And so is this one. And these are just outside of it. So, so I'm sitting here looking at that stuff and I'm like, yeah, okay, so I got to redo some major electrical on this end wall of the living room. I don't like non-symmetry. It kind of bugs me. So originally there was a receptacle here, which is to the left of this window. And then there was a 4-gang receptacle right here to the left of this window. No, I don't like that. So I put an outlet in right in the center below each window. Okay? So it's planning ahead, basically. Christmas time, I want to have Christmas lights and candles and stuff in the window. So a receptacle right in the center is nice for that. It's appealing to the eye. When you stand back and look at the wall, everything will look symmetrical. And the reason I had to get rid of this four outlet right here that was here was because in this space between the two windows, I am building a floor to ceiling firewood crib. So it's going to be a rack with 4x4 legs or supports, all rusticated to look really old and antique. And it's going to go from floor all the way up to the ceiling. And that will allow me to stack firewood in this space all the way up to the ceiling for the fireplace. How cool is that going to be? So yeah, that necessitated that I move some things around. So the way this trailer is wired, and I don't like it, and there is really not much I can do about it without major electrical renovation, and I don't want to do that, is basically the whole front end of the house is on one circuit. So right now I have the breaker off. No, I don't. I have it on. Everything electrical in the kitchen goes off. The lights, the overhead light, the exhaust fan, all the receptacles along the wall. I think the fridge stays on. So that might be on a different circuit. But anyway, and then it continues and it comes to an outlet right there, an outlet right there, there. Now this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. That's a lot of stuff on one circuit. So thank goodness, most of those outlets are not going to be used all at once. And if they are, it's all going to be for ambient lighting in here. So it's going to be low voltage stuff. 5-watt light bulbs in a small decorative lamp or something like that. It's not going to be, okay, I'm running a saw and a vacuum and a space heater and all this other stuff all on the same circuit. None of that's realistically going to happen. So I think I'll be okay. In order to do this, since the power comes in there at that receptacle, I had to do my trench in the wall technique, drill holes in the studs, because the original wiring came from that outlet. I think it either went down or it went up and over and down to that box and then over to that box and etc. So I just went straight across through that trench right there to that box, straight across into that big box. I retained that as a junction box because I tapped into this circuit and I ran a whip out the front of the house to the outside where I'm going to put an outside receptacle so I can run Christmas lights and stuff out in front. Once I get it all landscaped and with shrubs and stuff like that, I can have Christmas lights and stuff. The possibility, since nothing else will be on this circuit, I could possibly plug in a truck with a truck heater. I think the circuit would be able to handle that. It's a 20 amp breaker. Wiring's not that big. I should have probably run everything in 12 gauge or 10 gauge. But I don't know. We'll see. There's a breaker already out on the deck, and I think that might be on a on its own dedicated circuit. So I don't know. I'll figure that out in case I want to plug a truck heater in the wintertime, which I usually do. So now I have a whip outside where I can put an outside receptacle for Christmas lights. Both of my outlets are centered under each window. The other boxes, well, this receptacle right here will be, point at it right there, that'll be retained. But the other two are now just junction boxes, and those will be covered and buried in the wall. So I made sure I wire nutted and electrical taped, and yeah, I have no worries. But they'll be buried in the wall. And then the paneling can go over the top, and everything will look just beautiful. So that's just a quick update. It's not a project that I wanted to start this morning. I actually wanted to get back up to the ex-wife's house and start packing some stuff up so that I can start moving. Today, tomorrow, and Sunday, it's supposed to be really nice and warm, so it's a good day for moving. And then next week, it's supposed to rain. So get as much done as I can. I really don't have a lot to bring down here, I don't think. Just clothes, right now. that's critical for me to move in and actually live here. I've been staying here the last couple of nights, but I don't have stuff for showers. I obviously am wearing the same clothes I was wearing yesterday. I don't have a bed or anything in here. I sleep in a chair. Just minimal amount of food and whatnot, so kind of like camping out. But anyway, the goal is to be moved in, you know, pretty solid by the end of this weekend. And then from there on out, I can just go and bring Jeep loads of stuff over whenever whenever I need to. So that's just an update. That's where I'm at. Unfortunately, I don't have money to buy more paneling right now, so I have to sit here and look at these stupid holes in the wall. But whatever, it's a journey to awesomeness, so I can tolerate it. So I'm gonna put the chunks of drywall back in, silver tape everything, and button it all up, and then I'll head up north. So we'll catch you on the flip side.